Sorry I'm late. I'm also backwards, and there we go. But Facebook had changed, and so I was desperately looking, trying to figure out where the heck the live button was. They've hidden it in your posts. So if you're doing a post, you have to start a post and then say, this is going to be my live. So it took me a couple minutes, extra minutes to discover that. Anyway, I'm here now, and welcome to episode 84, Peaceful Place Specialty DSP, and it's gorgeous. And that's coming from me, who, as you know, is not terribly fond of grey, shall we say. And this this DSP is basic black, basic grey, and smoky slate, which is kind of grey, isn't it? So, but I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So let me turn you down, and I will do the, I'm a bit shaken because I don't like to be late. Let me turn you down, we'll do the raffle. I hope that you find me, because I'm not even sure. This is a post. I don't know whether it isn't live or, well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, right? So, I'm going to turn you down, we'll do the raffle. I want to show you this DSP because the catalogue doesn't do it justice. So I want to show it you so that you can see how fabulous it is. And also how fast you can make cards with it. So that's, that's a good thing. So let me turn you the other way so that you don't get blinded by my overhead lights, which are rather nice, I have to say. This room was for a hot tub, so I've taken it over because we don't really use the hot tub. I know that's bad, but then it broke, and then I adopted the room. So it does have fantastic lights. So last week it was all squared away, and I had 6 people share my live. Bit of a disappointment because the previous week I had to use my 8-sided dice, but I'm back to my 6. So anyway, in this order: Kim, Linda, Diana, Kathleen, Barbara, and Sue. So let's see what we get. It's a 5, so that's Barbara. And I will try and get these out this week. I've been a bit slack. Work has been, let's just say, horrific. And this is my relaxation. So that's that. Now, let me show you this paper. So you can see it's got silver on it as well, silver foil. And here's the other side. Well, actually, I think it's boring, but I'm sure people like it. I've used this paper, and it's in 4s, right, which is kind of interesting. I used just this piece. I just wanted the ones in the background, so that was that. Oh, and here's some other tree-like things on the other side. Then we've got this, which is also silvery. I don't know if you can see that. This is some bark that is also very silvery. And on the other side of that, you've got these trees, rather nice. And we have some little cabins covered in, and then this is just very grey and silver. And did I have the other side? Yes, I did. This one is rather awesome, I think. You can see how beautiful it is. And the other side, basically the other sides are fairly subdued, I guess would be a good word for it. So anyway, as you can see, this is so much better than what the little snippet you can see in the catalogue. So it's well worth playing with. So let me show you. And also, of course, when you spend $25 with me, I'll send you the pieces you need to make these, which will have to include the DSP as well, because otherwise how could you make it? So this is the first one, just moving it to show you all the silvery bit, and I paired it with Evening Evergreen. And in fact, the Merry Christmas came from the Evergreen Elegance set because, well, because it fit. You know, I often do things just because they fit. So here's the one that I said I just used the 4 little trees and not the big one in the front. Again, I've used Evening Evergreen, and I decided to stick with the Evening Evergreen because it's a fantastic color and I love it. So as you can see, I've got the silvery stuff in the background. This one is from Poinsettia Petals because I was looking for a square one. So there it is. Because when you're just playing with DSP, you got to find the right sentiment, don't you? Otherwise, how are you going to make your cards? So when you place an order with me, you get this pack. Well, not this one, I'm going to use this one, but you'd get a pack like this, except it wouldn't be in a plastic thing, it would be in the envelopes, because I'm trying to reduce my use of plastic, as I don't know that I'm doing very well at that, but I'm trying, and that's the important thing. So let's start with this one. And I've got a piece of silver foil. Oh, that's probably blinding you. Sorry about that. I've got a piece of silver foil to mat this so that it really makes it pop. Now, could I cut something out from the middle? I could, but it's not that expensive. I don't like having, you know, you can feel that there's something, you know, a hole there. So I just go with the full thing. Now, but first, I think I'll do the sentiment. And then continue. Try and get that straight. Tap, tap, tap. I do believe I need to move up a bit. Hang on, actually I'm going to move this in. I think I'm a little bit off camera. There you go, that's better. So I'll just leave that over there for the next card. And now we will put this on the silver foil. Did I mention that using DSP like this, which can carry the card on its own pretty much, just adding a sentiment, is very fast. And you can, if you've done, you can cut these out, you know, cut out the whole sheet, and then you can make cards very fast. So if you suddenly remember that you've got a whole branch of the family you've forgotten to make Christmas cards for, you can whip them up in no time at all. So particularly if you don't fall off the edge of your card and make it everything sticky. And just get that out of there, right? Make sure it's not over the edge. Okay. Of course, doing these lives and making Christmas cards also means that I'm making my Christmas cards already, which is kind of nice. And it is October. There are, I believe, 89 days left in the year, which means it's only just over 80 days till Christmas. And I know it's weird to know how many days are left in the year, but not Christmas. But I'm desperately trying to catch up to my running goal for the year. And I've got a little spreadsheet that says miles run, miles to go, days to go, and it tells me how much I have to run each week. And at the moment, I'm improving. So anyway, here is the first card, and I mean, I waited for a bit, and it's only just 12 minutes after, so as you can see, you can be pretty quick. So let's do the next one, which is also extremely simple. Makes use of this piece, which I'll show you the original. Where is it? Yes, you see. So I basically cut this and just to here, so that I could get these 5 trees in without having any of this. So that basically designed the card, because it had to be only this wide. So again, let's do the let's do our sentiment, which I think I'm going to put about there. So 1, 2, 3 looks good. Let's put it about there. Great. Push that out of the way for a second. And now it's as simple as just putting it onto the evening. Yeah, I've got 2 things. Evening, what's it called? I've forgotten. Evening evergreen. Yes, because I've got this sitting here next to me, and I'm looking at it going, it's not evening evergreen. What is it? Elegance, rather. So, yeah. Had a hard week. Kind of tired still. Brain does not seem to be working completely. So I'm actually happy that I managed to find out how to do this live rather than finding a little live button, because they've moved it. I know that Facebook does like to move things, but I should have looked earlier. Oh, so this is going to be the full length, so I can use this to try and get it straight. There you go. So that's this one. And the last one has a few more pieces. This is what the last one was, in case you've forgotten. So let's start by putting this lovely piece of snowflaked, foiled, starred thing. The other side, not my kind of thing. But this side, it's rather pretty. Yes, don't hold your breath for me to use this side, because I can assure you it won't happen. But that's the great thing about DSP. It has 2 sides, and they have different patterns. And if you don't like it on one side, chances are you'll like the other side. Or sometimes you don't even like either side. But there's nearly always enough stuff that you love in the pack that makes it worthwhile. Stuck my fingers to it. There we go. So that's that. We'll move that out of the way for a minute, and I will get out I thought I'd check this. I'll get out my tree. I actually put this pack together, was it last week or the week before? So I'm kind of trying to remember what I did. It was nice to get ahead though. Okay, so let us use the evening evergreen. Oh, there's a bit that I've missed. Yep, I think that's good. We're going to put that in the middle of our piece of Whisper White. Yes, I've still got Whisper White left. Probably will have for quite a while. That's due to my habit of panicking about running out of basics. I think I might have overdone that. But if you haven't got white paper or cardstock, you can't do an awful lot. I mean, you can make cards, of course, with colour, but eventually you're going to need the white or the vanilla, so I have quite a lot of both. I've started stocking up on basic white for when I run out of this, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Ay, 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 yeah. We're all hoarders, really, aren't we? And then, of course, it's not hoarding exactly, but if you have got a $150 order and you've got $15 of freebies and you don't know what you want, you can always just get some paper or adhesive or, you know, whatever. And I did that with envelopes. I ended up with a cubic foot full of envelopes. Yeah. Have to keep finding different things to use. So as I said, this is Happy Holidays and it's from the Poinsettia Petals, but it fits nicely in my label. This is from the stitched rectangular dies. I love those. Looks like I've got that slightly wonky. Let's see if I can do better with my spare piece. Okay, let's try that. It's so hard from back here. You should, it's surprisingly difficult actually. Right, so we're going to get some dimensionals and just pop this up. One in the middle so it doesn't have a saggy middle. Don't want that. Okay, and then I'm going to put this. Shall I overlap it or no? I think just about there. I want to make it very obvious that I wasn't trying to line up with this one and I just missed it or anything like that. So now we need a few of these. Actually, I was using the bigger ones. And just push them with you. What was I going to do? Oops. No, I wasn't going to put it there. So let's put it on some of these snowflakes. And let's have one down here. There we go. So there we are. As I told you, well, now it's only 20 past, right? So you can make these, you can make cards quickly if you have DSP. So here's one of those, and oh, I haven't stamped the back on any of them. So here is the 3 cards I've just made whilst talking, and in, well, I'd say 20 minutes, but I probably witted for about 5 minutes beforehand. So I'd say these are 5 minutes a card, and this one's more complicated. This one, I mean, it's not complicated, but it has more pieces. This was very simple. So if you need to make cards quickly, or you just think that this paper is gorgeous like I do, and you fancy making some, you can definitely put away some of your nerves about getting your cards done in time, because this will help you. I hope, anyway, so I hope you enjoyed watching, and that you really think that you might like this DSP, because it just doesn't show very well in the catalogue. So I would hope that I've inspired you, and oh great, you might just make some. I hope you do. If you do, you know, put them on the live and show on the posts under the comments on this live, and show us what you make. So I'm so glad that you're gonna make them. Great. Anyway, I will see you all next week. Don't forget to share my live. If you share my live, I'll put you in my raffle for next week. Barbara, I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but you won last week, so I'll be sending you something. I've actually got the stuff ready. I just have to actually, I don't know, put it in the post box, or my mailbox thing. So I'm going to try and work on that this afternoon. I'm a bit slow sometimes. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye.